First Alert forecast from 15 News.
5:16 is the time for us on this Saturday morning. You are taking a live look out of the Capitol building here in Madison. We do have some clouds around. It's a chilly start to the morning, 11 degrees right now in Madison, but feeling more like 0. And that is as we do have a bit of a northwesterly breeze, 7-mile-per-hour winds in Madison right now. Temperatures generally varying from the single digits, upper single digits in most spots to the low teens. You can see a little bit warmer in those areas where we have a bit more of that cloud cover. It is 12 degrees in Beaver Dam, 8 in Lone Rock, but 3 down in Prairie du Chien. So we're starting the morning off with a few clouds around, and here's a look at those winds. We'll generally see winds out of the northwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour as the day goes on. So though wind chill values are in the negatives, waking up this morning in most spots, -4 in Oshkosh, -6 in Partyville. I do think we'll continue to see these breaking out of the negatives. We'll see those wind chills in the positives above 0 as our daytime temperatures continue to warm into the 20s for highs across southern Wisconsin. So dry conditions this morning. We will have a lake effect band of snow impacting the very far southeastern portions of the area into the afternoon, but most of us will keep things dry and skies will actually clear, becoming mostly sunny into the afternoon hours. So no precipitation in the way for most of southern Wisconsin as we head through your Saturday, but you'll notice into Sunday clouds will be on the increase. That is out ahead of a clipper system that will be swinging through, and light snow showers will become likely starting Sunday afternoon and continuing into the evening. And as this low continues to push through, it will drag a very weak cold front through on Monday, really not going to do anything to our temperatures. We will remain with highs in the 20s for the end of the weekend tomorrow on your Sunday, and moderating even more into Monday and the week beyond. So just some light snowfall headed our way for your Sunday tomorrow. Really not expecting much. There's not much moisture to work with. Generally, accumulations will be under an inch, but you could still see some slick spots for that evening commute tomorrow, so keep that in mind. But before that arrives, today we will see highs in the low 20s throughout southern Wisconsin. 21 degrees is our high in Madison, and with clear skies tonight, that will allow temperatures to cool efficiently once again. We will be waking up with lows in the single digits for your Sunday morning tomorrow. So another chilly morning expected for your Sunday. Temperatures in the low to mid 20s. Again, a first alert to some light snowfall that will be likely starting in the afternoon hours. And as we head through the rest of the week, again, temperatures continue to moderate. 27 degrees the high on Monday. That is our average this time of the year. We do get into a couple more chances for some light snowfall. I think the greatest chances of those will be Thursday and into Friday, and then temperatures even rising above average into the 30s by late week.